and welcome to Tarot Sherpa. I'm Christine, and today I'm going to do a reading using the Wild Reflections Tarot deck. So I shuffled this deck since I did my review. If you're interested in seeing a review of the Wild Reflections Tarot deck, I will put a link to that in the description box below. But what we're going to do today is a general for whoever reading, and we are going to use the chakra spread that is in the book that came with this deck. So this deck is by Wise Spell, which is a group of 2 or more people, because when they refer to themselves as we in the book, but they are not listed as an author or an illustrator in particular. Just a few more little massages there. All right, let's see. Chakra spread. Cutting the cards. So for our first card is our root card. It's our grounding energy. On the human body, it's the energy that's at the lowest point of the torso. So think of that part. It's usually the red chakra, but it's what grounds us. It's what connects us to the earth, to the energy of the earth. And so when we think about connection, we also think about family, and we think about home. We think about security. And so our root chakra, how is our home and our security? Oh, beautiful. Because right here we have strength. So we're dealing with home, and we're dealing with life from a position of security, from a position of strength. And so as we are grounded, we are stronger. And this is really, really beautiful energy to begin with. All right. So moving on to our second chakra, which is the sacral chakra, the orange one. It's got to do with our creativity and our dynamism. So creative projects, the things we start, the things that excite us. Now this chakra spread is really kind of a series of 1-card spreads, and it's all going to make sense once we get to the end. But here we have the Hanged Man, perspective and balance. Our Hanged Man here is a yogi on the beach. Wouldn't that be nice today? It's the middle of winter right now. I'm very far from a beach. All right, but what is creative and what helps our creative projects here is the Hanged Man, finding that sense of balance, finding those new perspectives. And new perspectives can really re-energize creativity. So if you're feeling stymied in the creative realm at all, getting a new perspective, either an outer perspective or getting yourself into a different environment slightly, change your routine a little bit, go for a walk, something simple, but it can change your perspective and perhaps get things moving in a creative flow for you. All right, third chakra, solar plexus chakra. So that is our energy, our health, our sense of self, inner wisdom also is part of that solar plexus chakra. Oh, and we have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is frequently a messenger, a bringer of good news. And it's also that dear friend, that earnest friend, that sense of enthusiasm and excitement that's almost on a childlike level. It's irrespective of rank or even purpose. It's just excited to be excited. Oh, wow. So in an energetic sense, we're in a place that we have the ability to be excited. It's a good place. All right, fourth is the heart chakra. And actually, the heart chakra is green. A lot of people associate like pink and red with hearts and all that. It's like, no, heart chakra is green. It's actually why I collect little things that have green hearts. And if you've noticed my ring, I always have my green heart with me. All right, green hearts, 6 of Swords. So 6 of Swords is about a journey. And this could be a journey of the heart, a journey of the mind as well as the heart. The mind and the heart and the mind. There's actually, I read once, like 90,000 brain cells in your heart that connect to the limbic system of the brain. It's very, very interesting. So in the sense that you're traveling to a higher ground, Six of Swords has kind of like this higher spiritual purpose, or even going from a place of disruption and turmoil into a place of peace. So drawing this energy up from the earth, we've got strength, Hanged Man with that perspective, we've got the Page of Wands with that earnestness, and we bring that into the heart, which is our journey. So we're making this journey here, emotionally and spiritually, going to that higher level. And the heart, it really is that bridge between our physical world, where our root and our sacral chakra and our solar plexus, our earthly wisdom, and it's connecting us. This is our bridge to our higher faculties, because now we're going to get into the throat chakra, which is your chakra of communication. Communication is truly an interesting human trait, although there are ways that animals do communicate with one another, and that is also very interesting that we have the Ace of Pentacles for that communication. Ace of Pentacles. So that means that there is a significant growth in the material world of this ability to communicate. So coming up from a position of strength, crossing that bridge with the Six of Swords into a place where you can speak not just your truth, but what is true. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to speak my truth. And it's like, okay, well, that's fabulous, but you're making a really erroneous assumption there. Sometimes. And sometimes what people say is true is honestly true. It's factually based and you can prove it. And it's true for more than one person. I'm not one of those people that thinks truth is terribly relative. I think there's room for interpretation. But truth is truth. That's what truth means. So speaking of the Ace of Pentacles, it's a verifiable truth. It's something you can see. You've manifested this ability to express. All right. Let's move to the third eye, the chakra of intuition, and see where we go. Aren't we all about intuition here? Oh, yes, the moon. We're here for it. We are here for the moon. So the moon, and here's where intuition's kind of a funny thing, because so often it's hard to hear from our own intuition, and this moon card expresses a certain uncertainty of moving intuitively through a thought, through a pattern, through a life. And there's a lot of uncertainty there. You're caught between the dog and the wolf, and you can't really see everything clearly. I'm a fan of saying that the divine is speaking to us all the time. It's just we have a really hard time listening, because how we listen is through our intuition. And that does tie in with our imagination and our creativity. So we kind of wonder sometimes, where is that line between what I'm thinking is the truth and what is really the truth? So that kind of gets us back down to this Ace of Pentacles. What truth is growing? And how am I perceiving that? How am I understanding that? And that is certainly a mystery. And the moon is full of mysteries. Life goals and spirituality, our crown chakra, the purple chakra. What connects us to the divine? How do we apprehend that? And the answer is the Empress. Now, I did put reversals in this deck. It's very interesting that none have come up. Can you see her? She's a little washed out, unfortunately, in the camera. But so we have the Empress, who is a pregnant woman kind of leaning against a tree, and just this beautiful, relaxed, content. So how do we find the divine? We find it in the fruitfulness of life. We find it in the compassion of life. We find the divine when we look for the good, when we look for what's beautiful, when we look for what's true. That's where we find the divine. And it all comes from this root of strength, the root of strength, the perspective of creativity, the earnestness of the self, crossing that bridge of the heart between the soul and the spirit, cultivating the truth in what we say, challenging the mysteries of our intuition, and finally seeking the divine in the beautiful gifts that are all around us. Wow. A little inspiration for the day. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.